Hello and welcome back to Boring Dad Gaming for what's going to be the final part in this Dark Heresy beta series. The next time we come back to the game it'll be in full release, not quite sure at this point when that will be, but yeah, for the moment we're going to keep poking around in this brute camp. We've got some kind of ritual going on, I don't quite get it. We can start by talking to this flesh shaper, I guess.
I've come to trade knowledge, soft skin. Let us speak, but not for long. No one knows when the great water will strike the vein again. I see it already creeping toward our hunting grounds. Last time, we fled into this roost. Now, there is nowhere left to run. The stench of the inedible. In the roost. You are foolish to consort with that creature. It is carrion, cast out by the vein, spoiled flesh that will rot in the earth after death. Its strands will never again become part of the vein.
Referring to the silent Kroot that we picked up. The Shaper speaks of your companion as if it were not standing right there. You notice that the pale-skinned Kroot itself is looking away, eyes downcast. Yeah, so Ortvaka, I'm pretty sure that's just referring to outsiders like us.
Soft skins, frail-bodied, like your pack. Humans, yes.
So you ordered your kin not to attack me and not to feed on humans at all. Why such kindness? Wow.
I am the flesh shaper. I sense the strands within the flesh our hunters bring back. I decide what those of my blood must consume to develop their potential, and what must be left to rot. You have seen with your own eyes the madness that tears at the vein. The wisdom of the roots surfaces in my mind as lessons from those who came before. My instincts cry out to me. The vein must be cautious. We came to this wretched land, consumed the strands of your kind in hopes of gaining strength. But we found only rage and frenzy. Though my brother Croak is stubborn, we must leave for another place, a better one. He is a warrior. It is hard for him to understand the voice of the roots.
Why is your brother against the migration?
We arrived in these hunting grounds recently, during the last migration. Before that, we wandered through the tunnels of the Ortvaka roost for a long time. Those of my blood grew weak from lack of food. Weakness bred fear. Fear bred desperation. When we emerged into these lands, those of my blood fell upon the fresh flesh of the soft skins who lived in the swamp. Then on the others. Further, in houses of stone and steel. But we were weak. Under Lonai's leadership, the soft skins drove us back into the marshes. And so we began eating the dwellers of the rotten sea, whose flesh is foul.
Okay.
The vein lives only as long as it feeds on good flesh. We need strong strands, or the vein faces oblivion. We will lose our adaptability, ossify, and join the ranks of beasts that know neither reason nor growth. This fate is worse than death in battle. Croatic believes that only this awaits us in the tunnels.
You mentioned the Battle of the Vein against Lonai. Who is that? I'm pretty sure that he means the Baron.
The leader of the Softskins, who calls himself Baron. Oh. He dwells on the soft rocks by the shore. He cast us out into the swamp, but offered us a chance to survive.
So what about this ritual?
The Awakened One is the best among us. The one in whom the strands of the roots grow. The strongest, the most useful. Chinook, a young hunter, carries the fine strands of an ancient hero. If the ritual is completed, the Awakened One will judge between me and my brother.
When will it begin?
When you tell me you are ready to leave the tick roost, Softskin, forever. Until then, those of my blood have time to mend their wounds, to prepare.
Can I witness the ritual?
No, Softskin. I cannot allow outsiders to witness the birth of a great root. The Vane would not understand. You would not understand.
There's stuff going on up there I'm just having a look at. We'll talk about it later. So about the inedible.
The creature broke the covenants of the roots, and my covenants. It lived alone in the swamps. Softskins should not have gone to its camp, should not have had dealings with it. It was dangerous.
Why do you talk about it as if it's already gone?
Because pruning the Vane's rotten offshoots is my burden. The creature will not return to the roost. To us, it is the past.
Okay.
Good. I no longer wish to speak of those whom the leaves have buried.
Partially clarifies what happened.
You came with questions, Softskin. You got your answers. Now help the Tick Vane. Then I will share new answers to new questions. When Lone Eye's pack forced us to retreat to the shore of the Dread Sea, the first Great Water came. It washed away the roost. The Vane had to flee again. That is how we found this place. But at the border of this hunting ground, the Iron Tree awaited us. It seemed dead and withered.
Talking about the
I sent the
Mechanicus
kin
guys.
band to gather the flesh hanging from its branches. And the hunters perished in its treacherous traps of metal roots. My brother and I decided never to approach the tree again. And so we left it to sleep. But what is the Vane to do now? On one side, the Great Water creeps slowly toward the roost. On another, Lone Eye's Outvaker lurk, waiting. On the third, the Iron Tree stands, a path only the finest hunters can traverse. The Vane is caught in a trap that is about to snap shut. You are no ordinary Outvaker. You smell of strength and cunning. I sense it in your strands. Convince the Iron Tree to spare.
Yeah, I was wondering about doing that. I think that's a good
We may
choice.
trade new knowledge, or leave forever, and I will proceed with the ritual. A fair exchange. Think. Choose.
Yeah. Oh, I think I was already thinking maybe we'd go up to the Mechanicus tree and
Keeping my eyes
ask
open.
them to preserve these guys. So he's the young warrior. Be worth having a little chat with him. Let's just walk around the place. I haven't got my bearings in this place, so I kind of just want to explore. Find some hidden treasure or something. Ah, yeah, that's where we... Okay, so that's the thing we lifted up to come in. Let's talk to this. We can just go down there, can't we? Oh, maybe not.
We are all but a shadow of the tree.
First,
Mechpriests flew over the swamp again.
that's where we had our big fight. Okay. So let's go a bit further in then and see what's...
Not here. No, not here. Damn
Fight
fuck
with
of fish.
Barney.
It muddles the food. Never still for long.
What have I got? I got 14%. Now, I can't remember what I'm tracking.
I brought good meat.
Crude lines form a schematic yet surprisingly accurate map of the surrounding lands. These are not idle drawings, but means of recording history. Losing my lesson. Small toxin grenades. Okay. There's the leader dude. I might be best not talking to him, honestly. He doesn't really like this.
I will find your strands, absorb them, return to myself. Where are you, Ukata?
Shkrahatik. Xenos looks lost, its quills flattened. Noticing you, it sweeps its beak from side to side, inhaling air. Its black eyes linger on your weapon.
The inedible cannot remain in the roost, old baka. But with you, Skrat wishes to trade. Skrat! He needs help.
Who's Skrat? It's him, obviously.
I am Skrat. Skrat has lost his mate.
What assistance do you require?
Skrat's mate has vanished. She did not return from reconnaissance. If you know, if you find Ukata and tell me, Skrat will trade. You like weapons, Otvaka. You reek of death. Skrat will give for the hunt.
Where did she disappear?
Ukata went with Croak. Skin band on reconnaissance. None returned. None but Croak. Croak said the swamp took them all.
What if she's already perished?
If so, then Skrat must consume her flesh. Many good cuts. Ukata was a fierce huntress. Took the prey's head in a single strike.
I'll search for her.
Skrat was not mistaken about you, Otvaka. Ukata wore a bone amulet shaped like a hook on her chest. That is how you will know her.
Have you heard the name Rufinus Scree?
Skrat knows an Otvaka by that name was in the roost. Weirtik forbade eating the outsider, calling him an honored Otvaka. But the outsider left the roost after the battle with Lone Eye's Vein. Skrat heard no more of him.
Do you know where the Kroot were fighting each other?
Flesh Shaper Uyetik says they of my blood have succumbed to madness. Now the flesh of Otvaka is forbidden. Consuming it would defile the roots. But once the awakened one remembers his past self, he will help the vein.
Well, we know who the Awakened one is, but I wonder if it might result in a new clue. Alright, cool. Fine, we'll do that. Guess we can try listening into this.
How is the arm? Ready to fight? We will soon face Lone Eye's warriors again.
Rot, take the roots of the soft skins. I have been feeding since the last battle, but this wound will not heal.
Respect the roots, warrior. Even those of others. The Otvaka from the filthy roost fight well.
I have torn soft skin hides before, but these ones, under Baron Lone Eye's command, are as vicious as if they had eaten flesh from Igothlak. No one in these hunting grounds fights as fiercely as they.
Then Lone Eye must have given them strong
Okay. Bodies of the maddened Kroot are piled into a shapeless bloody heap. The survivors eye them with barely concealed fury.
Moving.
That's heading back towards the Mechanicus grounds. Which Probably use two exits.
My skin senses it. The water will come again soon. We must build one.
Got Kroot armor. I definitely think this, yeah, everything points to us getting a Kroot companion, doesn't it? Gold-plated button. Oh, human bones adorned with flaking gold-plated buttons. Such buttons are supplied by the ton to the regiments of the Centillion Fusiliers. Right, well this is quite a big confusing area, but yeah, but it's basically a loop between the Kroot and the Mechanicus, with a couple of entrances back to the lower tier. What I'm going to leave this. Actually, I'm going to leave this area via the way we came in, because it's here. I want to go to the Solitary One's camp, which I didn't do already.
Repair craft flew over.
It's burned. So. We might want to search the bodies of these, looking for that. The throats of the Kroot have been slit with a clean, precise motion. Gouged eyeballs scattered nearby.
Keeping my eyes open.
Broken Vox. Through the crackle and hissing from the broken Vox, a male voice breaks through. Can anyone hear me? It's me, Bonebreaker. How do you say it? Hail? This device, bloody... I woke up here alone. Was I abandoned? Not a clue. There's strange tracks outside, not human. If anyone hears me, I need help. Oh, merciful Emperor, I don't want to die. Can anyone hear me? Come in. Hey, who's there? Stay away, I'm armed. No, don't come near. Ah! Inside the crate plastered with bandit symbols, a skeleton with broken fingers sits curled up in a forlorn ball. Inside the tent lies a pile of bones with deep marks from massive beaks and claws.
No sense in delay.
I guess this is where the flood came up to, because should be done there. Feathers, gnawed bones, and a few shiny bolts, the humble possessions of a large bird. Ah, data stick key. Doom knife. Pieces of mutated flesh bearing aluminum tattoos are wrapped in waterproof fabric.
Keeping my eyes open.
Go towards the big tree again. I'm still following these footprints, but I've already reached the end of that.
Studying the source of the outgoing signal. Observed match with the data slate's frequency. Insignificant.
Never still for long.
Analyzing the data. Calculating the subsequent trajectory of the unknown subject's movement. Analyzing the surroundings. Further trajectory is impossible to calculate. Analyzing the data. Calculating the subsequent trajectory of the unknown subject's movement. Registering. Remains matching the Kroot Xenos species. in the swamp ecosystem.
Bone amulet. Brute flesh. Okay, so that's for the guy. His mate. I got a data stick, so is that what I use in here? It's not.
No sense in delaying.
Studying the source of the outgoing signal. Observed match with the data slate's frequency. Insignificant.
Never still for long.
Scanning the area. Fragments of a human body have been identified in the sedimentary layers of the toxic swamp.
Oh, I see. Gonna be our guy, isn't it? With a sickening squelch, a human torso emerges from the swamp's filth. Devoid of legs, arms, or even a head, patches of grey crust are visible on the skin. Clean areas are coated in a layer of slick mucus, through which faint, barely recognisable symbols can be seen. The stench is no better than the sight. The body in the mire. Down near the escarpments, we've got a data slate.
Judging by the state of the tissue, it has been here for some time. Dismembered post-mortem. The internal organs, if I may. Internal organs remain intact, partially replaced with augmentations, none of which have been removed. My finding? A violent death with no accompanying looting.
Your Xenos companion freezes at the sight of the corpse. Quills along the Kroot's nape bristle before the creature slams a fist against its own thigh in fury. Do you know who this is? The Xenos lowers its head in what appears to be sorrow. The quills gradually settle as though whatever rage had surged within it has drained away, leaving only bitterness behind. Let's examine the body. Waterlogged fabric peels from shriveled skin, trailing thin strands of gelatinous muck. From the clavicle down toward the absent forearm, fine electu lines stretch, a complex augmetic tattoo. Those with knowledge often store critical information this way rather than on data slates. The functional section of the electu remains on the missing limb. If covered, its data might still be restored. From the deceased clavicle to the missing forearm. Okay, so we're missing an arm. Look for tracks. No signs of bloodshed or struggle. The torso was brought here after dismemberment. A step away from the body, something glints in the filth. You retrieve a broken injector, its contents still partially preserved, likely dislodged from the victim's pocket during transport. Okay, search pockets. They're packed with silt and bubbling mire. A shoulder holster sits empty, its former occupant long since removed. The wear on the leather suggests frequent use, likely a compact single-handed sidearm. I mean, I think this is definitely Rufinus, isn't it? We've got his pistol. And we've got his head. Traces of Lec-2 markings, well-crafted clothing, the body deliberately hidden. Unlikely to be one of the locals. We need to determine whether this is connected to our mission. I think it obviously is.
Always on the move.
We're looking for an arm. Let's talk with this thing first.
Detecting repeated presence of an Inquisition servant.
I found a
layperson greeting.
I found a mutilated body in the vicinity of the Congregator. Did your sentinels see any?
The data archives contain no pertaining information. Hypotheses formulated. Several servo sentinels did not return into the fold of the Congregator before the sacred machine entered hibernation. In the absence of servo sentinel data, the probability of retrieving the required information is close to zero. However, Considering the possibility of the Servo Sentinel's return, it is not equal to 0 after all.
You know anything about the missing limb?
The layperson has inflicted damage upon the security system. I cannot divert servo processor capacity to process incoming data. Request denied.
Your security systems are interfering with the local tribe's hunting. I want you to authorize their presence.
The layperson has diminished the security functions of the servo congregator. Incursion by a Xenos clan into security system perimeters constitutes a threat to protected data. Request denied.
I'm going to go to the diplomacy thing. I'm certain we can come to an agreement. A service for a service. You help me and I'll return the favor when you require.
Attempts to circumvent established rejection protocols. Detected. Registry of unreliable lay people updated. Request to override prior denial. Denied.
I don't want to start another fight just now. We go back to the tribe and see if they know anything about the missing. Actually, let's go this way around. Let's complete the loop, because there might be other stuff there. Okay, so I need a couple of melt
still for long.
or something. There might just be to recover loot, so it may not be completely essential.
Mind your surroundings.
We got a swamp picked. Shows a hooded individual secretly watching a Kroot carrying a net with bloody contents into the swamp. Something glints on the human's right hand. So,
Always on the move.
yeah. It leads directly in here, so we didn't really miss it. Well, we can talk to this guy now. We found the bit.
Okata! Have you seen her?
Yeah, I found this in the crevice. Did it belong to Owlcat?
Yes. She never took it off. Oh, you have kept your word, motherfucker. And so will Scrot. Take this. For good hunting. Scrot must find her.
It's given us another Kroot
Preserve
weapon.
her strands.
He's run off. I was going to ask you about the arm, but I guess if he had critical information, the game probably wouldn't have allowed him to run off. We could talk to the leader now, perhaps.
Great wisdom may be needed.
First the battle with Lone Eye. Then those of my blood went mad. And now another outsider is sniffing around. Did you also drag the inedible into the roost? I should cast you both out. But you helped in battle. So I will make an exception. For you. Not for the creature.
What's the decoration in your quills? Looks like a ring.
This is a sign of respect. A gift. Skrotik brought it. A hunter of the vein. Do you like it? Take it, Otvaka. In the fight for the roost, you suffered blows that were meant for me.
Oh, I think I know what that might open up.
I am repaying the debt.
Tell me about Graktar. That's the big gorilla type dude we killed.
Kesva! Are you mocking me, Otvaka? First, you killed him.
Now you ask questions. Grektar loved to fight more than anyone. And today, he only listened to the thirst for battle. This is a great loss. That is all you need to know.
What do you know about the strange tree in the swamp?
The Iron Tree. That place is forbidden. We lost those of my blood who hunted nearby. We barely returned their flesh to the roost. Saved the strands. I forbade the hunters to approach it.
Tell me about the inedible.
Why should I speak? You are a stranger, Oatvaka.
Do I not aid you in battle?
You were saying.
If it is something useful, will you speak?
Find and bring me another big-headed Oatvaka like this one, for the ritual. He will become a worthy opponent for the Awakened One.
I'll see what I can do.
Whether you do it or not, decide for yourself. I do not expect much from you.
A huntress named Ukasa went missing. What do you know about this?
Why should I speak?
Do you know who this injector belongs to? It's inside.
Why should I speak?
I know you fought humans at the excavation site.
When the howl of the metal beast fell silent on the far shore, the outsider who dealt with my brother gave the Vane a fine suggestion. Many strong soft-skins of Lonai had arrived in that place. I sent the kin band to
But you're saying you didn't... saying the workers...
claim
You didn't kill the
their
workers.
The Tick Vane are hunters, not scavengers. We do not eat softskins who dig in the mud. The hunters said there was no one except Lonai's warriors in the camp. They were enough for us.
Yeah, that's good info.
Lonai's
Who gave you the right to hunt humans?
The pact with Lonai allowed us to hunt softskins. Finally.
So the agent convinced the Flesh Shaper that the flesh of the Baron's men could enhance the clans. Okay, so yeah, so this Rufinus Scrag, he basically set these guys against the bandits. Interesting. I want to learn more about your clan.
At any moment, the Great Water might come.
Alright. Okay, so where does that leave us? Well, I think that ring might allow us access to that thing that broke my finger. See if we can get this one. There it is. Not this way? Oh, it's here. Huh.
Reconnoitering.
Have a look at the ring in my inventory. Okay. Guess it doesn't do anything. There are a couple of these things. I'm not quite sure what to do with them. The code amulets and the data stick key. Oh, Skrit's over here. Oh, we can give him the thingy.
Skrat smells blood. Ah! Her blood! Ah! Ukata! How could you? Ah! Why? Skrat will keep your strands.
Clutches head and sways, but doesn't try to attack. Madness has subsided. I'll grant you one chance to explain yourself. What just happened?
The blood burned. Skrat could not resist. Did not want to. Okata's flesh ignited fire within. But why? Skrat,
What's wrong with your mate's
it
flesh?
smells of Okata, and it does not smell of her. Strange.
I'm gonna spare him.
Skrat is grateful. Skrat.
Even Xenos know how to honor their own. Apologies. I was distracted.
Need some chemicals and something sour. Okay. Watch this guy again. Okay, just confirm that he's the inedible your kin spoke of. Yes. Why did your kin exile you? He was for consuming forbidden flesh. What are the human remains I found in your camp? Don't know what his response means. Do you recognize the injector? Okay, we couldn't understand it. Can you try this meat? Doesn't want to. Something's clearly amiss in your clan. Alright, let's move on, I guess. So we're stuck looking for this arm. Still can't get in this thing. I thought maybe that ring would help us out. If it's not the ring, it'll be the arm. But I don't know where to... I could talk to the Flesh Shaper again, perhaps. See if he has anything further to add. I think as soon as we leave this area, they'll do their ritual and we'll sort of have forever lost the ability to do anything. So I'm going to pursue that lead. If that doesn't result in anything, I'll read the journal and just see if it uses a steer as to what to do next.
Reconnoitering.
Alright, this is some
wants to
stuff here.
speak again.
What's brewing in that cauldron?
The water of memory. I am brewing it, preparing it for the ritual. It will help Chinook awaken the strands of the root within him. Do not touch it, Softskin. Do not break the sanctity of its steeping.
I found the tattered remains of your kin.
Why do you carry the flesh of those of my blood? This is wrong. Their strands belong to the vein. Return them now.
Take it, I had no intention of insulting them.
The soft skin respects the vein's customs. The vein will remember.
You know who this injector belongs to and what is inside?
You ask too many questions.
Shut up until I deal
Softskin.
with this tree.
We made an agreement. I will answer when you aid the vein with the iron tree.
Do you know a man with a burn on his face and an augmented leg? Rufinus Scraig. They say he walked these swamps.
Yes, such a soft skin was here. Polite, intelligent. You remind me of him. He inquired about our traditions, aided the vein greatly, pointed out good hunting grounds. For that, I gave him the title of Honored Otvaka. And all would have been well if he had not frequented the inedibles.
Where did you
camp.
last see him?
Several fallen leaves ago, in the roost, after our kinban's hunt on Low
Did he ever
Rise
mention
Men.
anything unusual?
No. He asked many questions about the inedible, the kinband.
What kind of deal did he?
Not now, Softskin. The vein is at a crossroads. We must choose the right branch for our development. After...
I know the crew have been to the excavation site and fought humans.
No. The hunters went to take from Lonai what does not belong to him. They fought. If you want to know more, ask my brother. He commands the kinband. The water has risen. There is less land, more fighting. We survive. You must...
At the iron tree.
Have you aided the vein?
Let me go back to the
Walk
tree.
upon...
I did kill most of the bits of it.
The Peckraft.
First fight. Oh, there's something over here. Oh, there's something over here. Oh, it's near the camp. Didn't see that before. Rusty piece of metal with clasp serves as protection for someone. Judging from the marks, it did a poor job. Right, so we probably will have another fight on our hands, but... well, we'll see, I guess. Maybe we won't. Destroy the tree. I think maybe it did just die. Power module. He's got the arm! He was lying to me! Little bastard. Okay, we didn't have the fight. So what happened with this guitar? This guitar is still good. They might get hostile when they see us. But let's try the arm in here. I think this might be what we need to gain access. So, finger of the severed hand. You gently push back the index finger of the severed hand, meeting the slight resistance of rigor mortis. The finger slides into the hole easily, leaving pieces of skin around the opening. For a second, nothing happens. But then the electu on the hand glows brightly, and you smell a choking stench of burning flesh. You jerk the hand back and see a grid of child grooves forming on the finger. We get in? Did that still not work? What? Put the ring on the finger? We might need to go back and talk to the Crute again. And let's go this way so I run into fewer Mechanicus guys. Maybe I need them to explain something first? About the arm and where it gets used, or maybe even the silent Crute catches up to us. I'm sure it must get us into whatever that room is. Scroll hat again? Oh, okay, we can talk to him again. I found a human corpse in the swamp. Do you know anything about that?
The swamps are a perilous place, even for those of
Warshaper said you gifted him the thing. Where did you get it?
The swamp took my mate, and I went searching. Saw it on the ledge. It gleamed. Beautiful. A gift for a warrior's quills.
We need someone to explain to us what the ring does. I'm pretty sure that plus the arm will get us into that room.
I do not wish to speak with such a poor hunter as you. If you had been a bit more skillful, Gregtam. Why?
Okay, let's tell his brother that we've killed the tree. And then maybe he'll tell us something.
I've come to trade knowledge, soft skin.
About the tree.
Have you tamed it?
Killed
Have
it.
you aided the This is good news. A welcome change. You have helped protect the vein from yet another danger, Softskin. I will remember this. Take it. A gift. A sign of my favor towards you.
Show the broken injector.
I do not know what brew this is, but it reeks almost like the soft skins of Lone Eye. Likely belonged to one of the Otfucker the vein hunted. Sour, foul. That is how they smell when they fight. When we kill them, and they kill us.
Regarding roofiness. Edible,
The creature
inedible.
broke the covenants of the roots.
Gone
Because
through that.
the inedible...
Fine. Let's talk about what happened at the roost.
An exchange of... We
Brother.
arrived in these hunting grounds.
Had that
The vein lives
already.
only...
Missions out the
The
plan.
We, the Kroot, call it the vein. Croak and I...
I'm just going to click through this quickly. I just want any
Once
clues.
lived elsewhere. The Otfucker called it the Solaris Sectorus. The vein fed well there.
You did give us a
wandered
witness
for a
statement.
long time before emerging into these accursed lands. They of my blood were starving and threw themselves at the first flesh they could find.
I found human bodies and Fusilier
It was the
buttons in your
old-
camp.
Do not blame us for what was not of our doing, Outfucker.
What did you call me?
We consumed...
Alright,
It was fine at first.
just want to kind of
The
click
soft
through this.
skins betrayed the pact. And we remember this. You think Owlcat lies? The pact has been passed from Shaper of the Vein to Shaper for 3 generations. And I am its current keeper. See if it... Oh, no, Softskin.
I have zero sleight of
Paper
hand,
has saved
so-
the vein from... We consume those whose flesh can aid the vein. By scent.
This
Not
one
all.
leads.
Only those whose strands are strong.
Because it doesn't interfere with me. Change subject. Think about the ritual.
The tick vein is ready for the ritual. Soon, the roots will reveal themselves in...
Take part.
You aided my brother, Warshaper Croactic, sparing him. You defended the borders of the Roost, subduing the Iron Tree. You aided Scratic in finding what remained of his mate. Yes, I know of this. You have proved your worth. You have earned the right to become our hunt brother and witness the awakening of the root. You may stay and observe. This is my word. But remember, if you refuse, you must leave the roost. You will not meet again until after the ritual, if that is the way the leaves fall. Walk up.
Let's talk to his brother again. Don't know if he'll have anything more to say to us, but we've helped him now, so... Dealt with the iron tree.
Good. Now,
How about her?
why should I? Why should I?
So,
Keeping my eyes open. Less good flesh, more bad strands.
let's have a look at my journal. So, what's going on here? could have returned that thing, I guess. Didn't see that in time. There's a lot going on there. I've done it once. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff going on in here, obviously. I'm not going to delve into that right now. I mainly want to... Yeah. We think so. Okay, check the time of the video. I think there's probably enough time to take part in this ritual. So let's do that. I'm curious to see what happens.
You fought well. No sense.
We'll probably wrap it up for now. I mean, I don't think I'm going to be able to get in that cave. It might be something that just requires more investigation around elsewhere. But let's do this.
You have come to trade knowledge, soft skin.
I'm ready.
Only your pack. The inedible must leave. Be gone.
The inedible is now in my pack. I've accepted it, and I want it to be able to observe as well.
Cunning soft skin. Very well. Let it watch. But now the inedible is part of your pack, and you will answer to the vein if anything goes awry. Come with me, Hunt Brother. I will show you the place prepared for you. Roots of the vein. The flesh of Ortvaker who dwell in this place defiles the legacy of the roots. It leads us down the branch of madness. I say, the vein must seek new hunting grounds before our strands fray.
I say otherwise. Is madness claiming the weak? Leaves will fall, and the strands of our remnants will master this rage. That is how the vein will survive. Weirtick and I have chosen different branches for the vein. To decide, we will awaken the first shaper of the Tick vein in this fledgling.
Awaken. To help. To answer. Hunt Brother. Accept the honor of standing at the fledgling's side. Watch the awakening. Honor the will of the roots.
Okay.
Roots of the vein. I say, to awaken, the fledgling must call to the roots. He must witness his past, battle his prey, and taste the prey's flesh. The water of memory will help him to relive. The water will unlock the gate of Chinook's memory.
We're not going to interfere with this ritual, so I'm just going to watch in silence.
Remember, fledgling, awaken your roots. tree that drinks of healthy sustenance sheds its leaves. Only worthy warriors feast. The roots favor us. The wind carries the first shaper's words as before.
Words are dust beneath a warrior's feet. When the Vane first arrived on this world, a devious foe attacked the roost. Our predecessors destroyed the enemy, and you, fledgling, must hunt as they did.
He's going to set him on me.
We have found fitting opponents for you. Once you absorb their strands, you will be one step closer to awakening. The Flesh Shaper wants you to defeat one of your blood. One whose strand has been nurtured over years of brave hunting. But I say this. Slay the Oathfucker who threatened the roost. His strands are mighty. That is how you will repeat the feat of our roots.
Chinook twitches at every word that pierces the air. Dazed by the brew, he looks around for an answer or sign. What exactly is going on here? There's a human there. I don't want him to fight the inedible, because I'm pretty sure the inedible is recruitable. You wish to kill a human in my presence?
This soft skin from Lone Eye's pack has trespassed on the roost.
Oh, okay, they're talking about him.
Our hunters caught him, but he took an eye of one and the life of another. This Oathfucker deserves to stand against the Awakened One.
I forbade us to consume soft-skin flesh, brother.
And I stand here to change that.
Yeah, to fight one's equal, that is a hero's choice.
Shapers. Now I know who is to become my cube. The warrior's feast. The fledgling will taste the meat of his fallen foe. Thus will the root inside him awaken. This is the way the leaves fall.
Chinook, viscous, oily saliva is dripping from the young Kroot's beak. He's ready to start tearing into his enemy's dead flesh, but his wandering gaze tells you that he cannot decide which part to eat. Let him just do what he will. It takes only a second before the young Kroot pounces on the killer and sinks his talons into the still warm flesh.
Through the rustling of the leaves, and the singing of the roots. I, Crowbreck, have found the roost once more.
The Kroot's posture has changed, becoming more assertive and relaxed, reminding you of a large, powerful predator. There is a depth to his gaze that was not there before. It is impossible to say with a certainty whether a great ancestor has indeed awakened in the young warrior, or if it is nothing more than confidence induced by the Shaper's ritual.
You are back with us, Crowbreck. All this time you slumbered with your eyes open. Today we need your wisdom, your instincts. Today you will decide which branch the tick vein must follow.
I have learned important information about the Kroot madness. As a sign of my goodwill, I am willing to share this knowledge with your clan.
Quiet, Otavaka. You are a guest, an observer. Do not interfere in the Vane's affairs, and do not interrupt the ritual.
Kroot of the tick vein. I can sense the leaves rotting at our roots. This rot will not enrich the soil, nor will it let new growth arise. This rot will envelop the roots until decay swallows them. The soft skin has words to say to us. Let him speak.
I believe the Warshaper knew that the bandit's flesh was making the Kroot lose control. He knew this even before the massacre in the roost, yet he hid the truth. Oh, isn't that voiced?
The Advoca blames me for the Vane's hardships. He thinks he can sow dissent in the Vane.
If the soft skin thinks that the bloodshed in the roost was the Warshaper's fault, then I will listen. As does a Shaper listen to the whispers of the tree's crown. The Vane must know if there is truth to this whisper.
Not long ago, the Warshaper took a scouting party into the swamp and then returned alone. It made me curious. After all, shouldn't the dead be returned to the roost?
What are you implying, Oatvaka? That my kin band is weak? Is that what you want to hear? Yes. Some of them are weak. And for that, they pay with their lives. That hunt was a failure. And the swamp devoured the weaklings' bodies.
The swamp did not devour them, Krorak. They found the mutilated remains of Kroot warriors. Someone had hidden them.
Warriors die every day. Killed by soft skins. Or hunger. Or the swamp. It is the way the leaves fall, Oatvaka. It is the way the Vane lives. A few corpses in the swamp prove nothing.
A hunter by the name of Skrat identified the body of his mate among the remains. When he tried to consume her flesh, he went berserk and attacked me.
This is true. Skrat went looking for his mate, and he found her. Skrat consumed her strands, and it set his blood on fire. Skrat attacked her soft skin to smother the pain, but he lost. Skrat was spared. Now he is here with Owlcat.
The soft skin has said enough words. Now I see. Kroak knew about our warriors' encroaching madness, but he chose to hide the truth. He allowed this menace to sprout in the roost. He put the Vane in danger.
Kroak, you said to me Ukata and Grak were weak. And so they died fighting Lone Eye's pack and the swamp took their bodies. You lied to me, brother. Why?
Your doubts are the Vane's weakness, Weirtick. You fear stagnation and bad strands. You are afraid you might guide the Vane along a branch that has no future. But you do not see the truth. The Tick Vane is on the verge of withering. To give our blood a chance, I made a decision that you could never make. I let our rage weed out the weak. The strong would adapt.
Softskin, is there more you wish to say to the Vane?
Hmm. We make them leave? Probably that's the sensible thing. I'm going to say I have a proposal. Make a pact with me and my patrons to our mutual benefit.
Pact. Your words have brought clarity to this roost. Perhaps this pact will also bring it new strength and suitable strands. Tell your patrons that the Tick Vane will speak with them. You have made us an offer. The Vane offers you this, a part of the Root's legacy. May our pacts feed on our enemies.
Oh, Brute Armor. I still haven't got a crew member, but everything is pointing to the fact that we will get one.
Take this, Softskin. I no longer need it, but it still may serve you. No more burdens of the past, only a path toward the future. This is the way the leaves fall.
Now, the great Crowbrack has shown them the trail. The Vane will live on to put forth new strands that grow stronger, wherever the trail may lead. May my blood feed on all who would stand in their way.
The Inedible's voice is barely audible, and yet your ears do not deceive you. The mute Xenos has spoken. Hamar instinctively grabs his knife. His eyes wide, he stares at the creature that has suddenly discovered the power of speech, and then looks at you. You can talk.
Oh, my voice was banished with me. My name was forbidden, repulsive to all who were of my blood. And since the Vane was never to speak the name of its exiled sister again, her voice died too. But Crowbrack has chosen a new branch. The Vane strands will change, and those whom I called my blood are now strangers to me. There is no point in honoring the words of those to whom I no longer belong, not even as one who is inedible.
Intriguing. Temporary aphasia caused by a cultural phenomenon rather than organic damage.
My name will sound again. My name is Ra'akti.
Well then, hello, Rakti.
Why do you greet me again? We already know each other. Soft skin. Is your kind so obsessed with words that you would repeat them over and over again?
The ritual's done. We should probably leave the company of your kin, your former kin. Hello? Anything going to happen? Ah. What's that? Gotta be crossed by something. Okay, well we did the pact and we can report it. Okay. So where's my crew? Oh, they're there. Should you have a chat with them and recruit them? Doesn't want to speak to us. Well, let's head back to Lower Town and see if that inspires her to... Oh, here we go.
Utvaka, Hunter, tell me, what will you do now?
What do you ask?
You walk strangely. You arrived here and tangled the strands of the vein. Now you live. You are many things, Utvaka.
Want to leave with me? Good.
You are a soft skin. You are, like me, a hunter. You...
Yes, please. Right, and we do get a 6th person in our active team. That's good. That was another question I kind of wanted to answer. So we have Rakti now. Let's just take a quick look at her character sheet before we move on. I mean, as her portrait suggests, I imagine she's probably a sniper type character. Let's have a quick look at her inventory. Yeah, ballistic skill high, perception high, agility high. So yeah, I think we can make her a sniper. We've got striking in the veins, so quite a nice sniper rifle to give her. Is it as good as what she's using? It's longer range. I guess it depends a little bit on what bonuses do. Sharpshooting. Precise shots make an additional test to avoid a critical effect. If it hits the head or neck, enemy adjacent to the target becomes disheartened. Yeah, so I think it is a good one. This one does more, a fair bit more damage. What does its other effects do? Yeah, so it doesn't have the disheartened thing. So, okay, so I think we would probably say swap that in. Oh, I just did that. Armor-wise, we got some Kroot stuff, haven't we? So we got this one versus that one, but I think probably this one is the better one. Going on. Accessory-wise, we got the Kroot thing, so plus 20% chance to hit against targets the wearer hasn't hit before, so that seems a pretty good one. Or they've got the... Where does this one go? Oh, we're going to go there, so ignore incoming melee damage, why not? Precise attack from 10 cells or further, the hit chance is increased by 20%, that seems pretty good. Yeah, it's just a few examples of how we'd equip them there. But yeah, pretty cool. So we're gonna leave things there for now in this beta. I will say that I've really enjoyed this. I mean, I got a comment early on, sort of saying, we're so many episodes deep and we haven't had any combat yet. And I did understand that because I was wondering the same. But this very much does have more of a investigative, maybe a slightly slower burn thing than Rogue Trader did. I also don't know if they're going to put like a prologue in place for the release where, the events leading up to our tribunal are played out. That could include some combat. I definitely think that would be a good idea. Because it kind of did throw us into the middle of it, trying to work out exactly, what had happened to our character prior to the events of the game. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed this, and I'm looking forward to playing more when the game fully releases. Let me know in the comments your thoughts. Now, we've had a few big battles. I mean, Rogue Trader had a lot of fights against sort of quite weaker enemies a lot of the time early on. Whereas this is clearly okay, we're going to have combat, but when we have combat, it's going to be like a big set-piece thing almost. So we had one with the Mechanicus when we entered the swamp, which we were maybe a turn or two away from dying because everyone was down except Hamar, who was able to sort of get up and hit the generator thing on the tree just before we sort of got completely swamped with the remnants of their forces. And then the big one a couple of episodes ago in the Kroot camp, which went a bit better, but I didn't. In neither case did I hit the sort of secondary objectives of the fight, which is definitely something you can gear up to try be a little more focused about doing, perhaps. But yeah, no, I enjoyed that. I mean, both fights, as I got into them, I thought, how the heck am I going to get out of this? Which is quite fun in a way, because, you know, the Rogue Trader battles, a lot of them were like, you know, you were kind of fighting them to be quick and efficient. Like, you know, okay, it's like there is almost like no doubt we're going to win, but how can we do it the most quickly and almost the coolest way? With takedowns and stuff. Whereas this is very much the two fights we've had so far anyway have been much more odds stacked against us, having to be, you know, try to be tactically astute to get through it. I mean, I don't think I didn't really ever figure out what to do with the Doctor character, because her one-handed flamer thing was pretty pathetic. But I think maybe you could try and get around a bit more of, you know, just setting a group of people alight, maybe trying to group up enemies a bit more, set them alight with that, and sort of combo hit with his activation of people on fire taking immediate damage thing. Maybe there was something to do with that. But definitely more tactical stuff to do here, and we definitely didn't feel as OP. I mean, I know we're only level 4 currently, so, you know, you kind of expect it. We definitely didn't feel as OP as the Rogue Trader party did. Definitely feel like we can't get as many attacks off and stuff, but I think it's been a while since I played like the early game of Rogue Trader, but you know, maybe we did have to build up to it a bit in there as well. But yeah, no, as I said, I really enjoyed it. Looking forward to feedback on the game and this series. Let me know if it's something you're looking forward to me playing fully on the channel when it releases. Yeah, just interested in feedback. And a big thank you as well to our channel members for supporting Boring Dad Gaming. It's always very appreciated. And, you know, if anyone else is interested in checking out memberships and gaining earlier access to the Let's Play episodes and series on this channel, that would be amazing. But thanks very much. I hope to see you elsewhere on Boring Dad Game for other games, other playthroughs. Bye for now.